Hey everyone, happy hump day. Brittany here. Let's stretch. Um, if you're like me, I'm feeling a little bit groggy here in San Francisco from all the smoke. So we're going to stretch, but it's going to be a little bit more active, something to invigorate you at 3 o'clock in the afternoon rather than uh, maybe more of the relaxing type stretch breaks that we've done before. So we're going to start down on the ground on our backs and we are going to finish in standing. So go ahead and make your way onto your mat, laying on your back. Nice and flat. Legs are going to be stretched out. And first thing we're going to do today is we're just going to start by pulling our right knee into our chest, grabbing our shin or the back of our thigh, whatever's available to you, holding it for a few seconds. And then we're going to release that right leg and we're going to bring the left leg into our chest. You might get some snapping, some crackling, some popping. Go ahead and switch again. As we do this, we're calming down our back, we're stretching out our glutes, working our hips after sitting all day. And switch. So go ahead and go at your own pace, find what feels good, switching every 3 to 5 seconds. And hopefully you'll find that you're starting to loosen up as you keep going. Think about keeping your low back in a neutral position. So what I mean by that is your back isn't super arched, not too flat either. If you were to put your fingers under the small of your back, maybe you could stick your fingertips in there, but you couldn't stick your whole arm right through. All right, let's go ahead and do one more on each side. Hopefully those hips are starting to open up a little bit. We're going to do some more hip openers, don't you worry. All right, and after this last one, we're going to come back to center. All right, so feet are stretched out again. We're going to move into a hamstring stretch, so working the back of our thigh. So left leg is going to be out long, right leg is going to come up to the ceiling. So once again, very active stretch. We're going to hold our right thigh, the back of our right thigh, and then we're actively going to push through the heel of the left leg, believe it or not. So actively push through the heel of the left leg, that leg that's outstretched. Keep that hold as you pull your right thigh towards your chest. Lots going on with this one. So keep that tension you have right now in your left leg and your right leg. And from here, we're going to bend our right knee, taking some of that tension away. And now we're going to straighten the right knee, still push through that left heel. Try and touch your right heel to the ceiling. Let's flow through that a couple more times, keeping that tension in our left leg, even though we're stretching the right leg. So actively straightening the right leg, squeeze the front of that thigh. That's going to help us stretch the back of our thigh, believe it or not. And let's do one more, straightening that right knee. And relaxing. Nicely done. Switch to the other side. Right leg comes out long. Push through that right heel. And as you keep that tension in your right leg, this time bring the left leg up to the ceiling. Grab for the back of the left thigh. And from here, we're going to bend the left knee, still pushing through the right heel, and straighten. So little tension, the back of the left thigh, relaxing, and then really squeezing the front of the left thigh to help us stretch the back, that hamstring, the back of our left thigh. Lots going on with this one, lots to think about. And let's do one more on this side. Straighten as much as you can. And relax. All right, go ahead and lengthen out that left leg. All right, another hip opener we're going to do. We're going to bring both feet to the ground, so soles of your feet are flat on the ground. We're going to cross our right ankle over the top of our left knee. So right ankle crosses over top of left knee. Maybe this is enough for you. If you want some more, we're going to reach our hands for the back of our left thigh and pull our left thigh towards our chest. So we're stretching out the outer hip, piriformis, deep glute muscle of this right hip. Pull as we pull our left knee into our chest. Focus on breathing, deep inhales, deep exhales, relaxing a little bit more with each exhale. And after this next full breath, go ahead and set the left foot on the ground. And let's switch. This time, right foot comes to the ground, left ankle crosses over the top of our right knee, and we're going to reach for the back of our right thigh if it's available to you. Pulling that right knee towards our chest, breathing into the tightness in our left hip. If you need a little more intensity, you can use your left elbow to push your left knee away from you. Don't force it. It's just an option there if you need something more. Let's take one more full inhale and exhale on this side. And after that exhale, go ahead and bring your right foot down to the ground and then your left foot. Let's make our way up to standing. So take your time getting up. We've been on the floor for a little bit. Okay, we're still working on our hips. I'm not going to angle my camera up too much because really we're going to be going back towards the ground again. So take the feet nice and wide. We are going to be working our way into a deep squat. I realize that might not be available to everyone, so we're going to work towards it. So feet can be wide. The less flexible you are, the wider your feet will need to be. If your calves are tight, you'll probably notice your feet want to go out to the side. That's okay for right now, but we are working towards feet pointing straight ahead. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple squats. So hips are back, knees are bent, chest is up. We go down, we come up. We're going to do those 4 more times. So just getting the hips used to working, making sure we're squeezing the glutes and standing up to our full height after each rep. Nothing too intense. We're just getting the joints working again. All right, that's 5 of them. Okay, so now we're going to come back into our squat. We're down, chest is up, hips are back. And then from here, we're going to try and bring our hips even further down. So I'm really tight today. Depends on the day. Sometimes this is more comfortable than others. Maybe this is where you're at today. Maybe you can put your hands between your knees. But let's sway side to side. If you have a yoga block, you can sit on it. Maybe go back and forth. If it's comfortable, you can just hang out down here. If you need to take a break, you can stand all the way up, shake it out, and then come back down into it. For those of you who are comfortable, you can just hang out down here. Nice work. We're going to be down here for just a little longer. Breathing into it, opening up those hips. Whew. If you have tight hips from sitting all day like I do, this is tough. All right, and as you're ready, squeeze the glutes. Come up to standing, all the way up, and shake it out. All right, last one for today before I send you all off. We're going to stretch out our side body, and then you are all done. All right, so feet are going to be nice and wide. Wide as feels comfortable. We're going to reach the arms all the way up towards the ceiling or the sky if you're outside. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Let's reach all the way up to the ceiling. Keep your weight in your left foot as you bend to the right. Biceps should be right by your ears. We're stretching out that side body. And let's come back to center. Switch your grip. And we reach up to the ceiling once again as high as you can. Weight stays in your right foot. This time bend to the left. Breathe. Biceps are by your ears. And let's come back to center. And release. All right, everyone, that's all we have time for today. A little way to wake you up, get you out of your chair for a little bit. Thanks for joining today. Tomorrow, exercise with Exos, 12 noon with Jazzy. We got dance with John at 12:30, and then another stretch break with Luis at 2:30 tomorrow. So thanks for joining. See you all later.